Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Packers number one, Packers underscore one, Packers one. SC Packer now coming to you here. Which call me solid. You know what I mean. Anyways, finally, back to some layout building. I decided to go ahead and just, you know what, got about a year-ish until I go off to college. So, I've got some Code 55 track and a couple of unit track turns. Why not go ahead and try to build a layout? You know, just try to get it done in about a year. So, as you can see, I got my hollow core door, 1-inch thick pink foam, and a track plan. I was going to use the Ann Arbor track plan from the August 2008 Road Model Craftsman, and I found out, messing with the turnouts, that it just wasn't going to work. Then I remember this book I had called Basic Model Railroading, published by Kalmbach, and one of its chapters was the old Alkali Central, I think that's how you pronounce it, project layout, which was a 4x8 HO track plan. There you go. And no, I didn't try to paste in the book, it's just that old, it's falling apart. And I heavily modified the plan to fit both what I had and what I wanted to do. I didn't have any crossing, so instead of a crossing, I used a switchback. I did 2 tracks at the mine, and I made it a cement block, and then these industries are not the same. But anyways, and I also took away this whole mainline run for the Southern Pacific and just used an interchange track off one end, which may eventually go to a Norfolk Southern yard. But anyways, well, let's go ahead and see what I've got. Well, this is where the main magic happens. This is actually technically 2 different locations. This spur is technically my fictional town of Whitetail, South Carolina, which is in northern Aiken County. There'll be 3 industries here. Well, actually 4. There's going to be a plastic pellet distributor based on a company in Missouri, and that's on my blog. This will be a Purina, heavily modified Purina dog chow plant, or maybe a distributor. Again, based off an industry in Jefferson, Wisconsin. Again on my blog. And then let me turn this. And then further down the spur right here, we'll have a team track on this side, and on this side it's going to be like a fertilizer feed seed deal. And that's based off industry in Aiken County. Obviously, I don't really need a team track one. Although there is an issue of model railroader where Jim Hediger's information desk or something, or works with this, can't remember. Anyways, point is there's a cool little covered loading building that I'm probably going to try to copy for the team track. It was like a fun scratch build. Anyways, the fertilizer thing is also on the blog. I'm going to have the runaround in Whitetail, but this track right here, this interchange track, as far as we know, and Whitetail doesn't exist for operations. Now, obviously, in building it and taking a lot of photographs, this will be seen in a lot, but it'll just look like another track. It'll be pretty cool. If you look at the track schematic, which I'm probably going to put up, I don't know if I'm going to just put pages on a blog or build a website. Just depends. But that direction from Whitetail, that direction is Aiken County. I mean, not Aiken County, Aiken, South Carolina, and the interchange from Norfolk Southern. That direction, it goes to the South Carolina Midlands Railroad, which is another fictional line that I've pretty much created in 5 seconds. And it's another short line that gives me another railroad for the Whitetail to interchange with, and an excuse to have more than one locomotive that I can run. Alright, those 2 floor tracks over there are based off a cement block plant that doesn't have rail service, but I'm giving it rail service. Yet again on my blog. Drove past it a lot every time I had to go get truck parts in my old job. And so pretty much just rail service. I've got box cars and 2 bay hoppers going there. Now you come around, and then obviously just all that's in Aiken would be this runaround track and the interchange track. And that'll give me a chance to do something that's pretty distinct in Aiken, where the main Norfolk Southern part downtown, which has a couple runarounds. There's a little hill with some trees, which I can include probably right here, and then maybe down that way a little bit, or I can start the Aiken cut, kinda. Yeah, just give it some flavor. Anyways, I'm looking forward to it. Should be a pretty fun little layout. Don't have much scenery planned. I haven't even really wired it. I can run a train because I have a set of terminal joiners on the Unitrack down that way. But for right now, and I might get around the wire tomorrow night, tonight or later tomorrow, and then maybe do an off session or start playing scenery or something. But anyways, until that time, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be writing this up in a post I'll put on the forums and the blog with different pictures, and all that fancy jazz. So anyways, like I said, hope you enjoyed it. NFL training camps getting around, go Packers. Baseball, just a good season, some really fun storylines. And the Olympics coming up. And in racing, right now Rolex is racing Indy, and then Indy or Brickyard 400 later this weekend. Just a fun time to be a sports fan, ain't it? Alright, anyways, later y'all.